Well, we've made it to finals day, but looking back at yesterday, there's one name that comes to mind when we talk about perfection. Coffin absolutely dropped a hammer on day 3 at the Volcom Pipe Pro. On a day full of high scores and heavy action, the Santa Barbara stylist posted the first 10-point ride of the event and his WSL career. You can keep it locked in to worldsurfleague.com for all the updates on the Volcom Pipe Pro. The Blakey brothers are at it again. And there's one of them right there. That's right. The brand new episode of Ronnie and Vaughn's The Hold Down is out now. In episode 1, they break down why Mason Ho might just be the surfer having the most fun. And in episode 2, they dive into Billabong's next generation of rising talent. To watch all episodes of The Hold Down, go to worldsurfleague.com. Australian surfboard designer Hayden Cox is going the extra mile and taking steps to make sure the waste created from surfboards is at a minimum. He's just revealed a concept he's calling FUTUREFLEX.
Around 30 to 40% of the materials that we use in producing a surfboard do end up in landfill, whether it be a fabric or a stringer or a fin or a tail pattern. You know, why can't we regenerate the waste materials into new materials that we can build a board out of? One of the ideas was to utilise the offcuts of carbon fibre and glass fibre that we use in the lamination process and regenerate that into a new fabric.
Nice work, Hayden. The whole world thanks you for that. There once was a man from Saint Ives, and his name is Tom Lowe. His slabbing barrel at Mullaghmore Head has been entered into consideration for the WSL Big Wave Awards. For more on the world's best big wave action, you know where to find it. That's worldsurfleague.com. Well, it was a classic day at Pipeline yesterday for the Volcom Pipe Pro with solid 6 to 8 foot waves coming in all day long. Local charger Makai McNamara went ham with a pair of 8-point rides and the day's highest heat total. There's still a lot of surfing left and it looks like the waves are just going to keep pumping. So keep it locked on worldsurfleague.com for all the action. LAKEY Peterson has just announced a new partnership with SISSTREVOLUTION, an all-women's surf brand launched a year ago. SISSTREVOLUTION is making some noise. After spending 2019 vying for a world title, LAKEY is the biggest name on their growing roster. Congrats, LAKEY. Can't wait to see what you have in store for us for 2020. After years of battling it out on the QS, Parker Coffin decided he just wanted to go surfing. In his latest video drop called Surfbender, Coffin puts on a tour de force performance sans jersey.
This last year, all I wanted to do was pretty much go and surf fun waves and film with Ryan and surf with Connor as much as I could. And I had some time and I got to chase swells all year. And it was kind of like my favorite moments of the year.
And how about that soundtrack by Cut You Up? You guys are amazing. You can check out the full cut right now on the Coffin Brothers YouTube page and be sure to crank up the volume on that soundtrack. Well, we all know Mark Healey is absolutely nuts, but to go left at Waimea, that's just some next level surfing. Check out what this lunatic got up to on the last big swell at the bay.
You're just looking for this like one window where that channel is gonna hold open just literally 2 seconds longer than it usually does before it closes out.
Mark, you're gnarly. Thank you for what you do. Going left at Waimea Bay, truly, truly the unwritten realm. A relatively new name to the game here at Pipeline, but let's start it with a bang from Ryder Guest. Freight train of a wave. It's always epic to see hard work pay off, and for Nat Young, all that hard work paid off with a huge win. Nat's win at the first ever Pro Tagazut Bay in all-time conditions was a dream run for Nat, who notched a near-perfect 9.67 in the final to seal the deal against Peru's Alonso Correa.
This QS right here stands out to me as one of the best QSs I've done for waves. Like, those waves out there, like, you go on a surf trip to surf waves that good.
For the former Championship Tour surfer, bagging 5,000 qualifying series points gets his 2020 campaign off to a great start. Congrats, Nat, and for you, we're going to say, go Niners. Every year, it seems like the Volcom Pipe Pro is absolutely blessed with pumping surf, and this year is no different. With bombs rolling through all day, it was underground pipe charger Ayala Stewart who posted the highest heat score of the day, highlighted by a solid 8.93 ride. Familiar names like Mason Ho, Koa Rothman, and Nathan Florence all survived to surf another day. And maybe the best news of all, Surfline Forecast says the surf is going to be pumping throughout the entire contest window. That means more of this. A relatively new name to the game here at Pipeline, but let's start it with a bang from Ryder Guest. Freight train of a wave. And finally, plastic pollution is just maddening. But Eric Copeland, the executive director of the Five Gyres Institute, has some advice on how you can stay zen in an ocean of plastics.
But it's an urgent issue, and I mean, I'm a lot more positive about solving this problem than I was a few years ago, for sure.
You can dive into the exclusive episode at WSL Pure One Ocean Podcast on WorldSurfLeague.com or wherever you get your podcasts.